Hello my beautiful G Squad and welcome to the channel. Today I am coming to you with this beautiful candle that we're lighting together in honor of the name that we will be giving our beautiful hand today. Let's move this candle out of the way so we don't burn ourselves, okay? That was just my cheesy little naming ceremony. Thank you for attending. So, as I said I was going to do, I did a poll on Instagram. I chose, from all the names that were suggested, I chose my two favorites, and the two favorites I chose were because, and the suggestions came from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all over the place. Also from my daughters, and so the two names that I chose, and the reason I chose them, are Carmen and Marisol. And the reason I chose them is because, if you may recall or not, back in the day there was a show called Devious Maids, and that was a show me and my daughter Shanna absolutely loved. And we watched it all the time and talked about it together. Oh my God, did you see Devious Maids? And when it was over, we were so sad because one of our favorite characters, it left on a cliffhanger and she was gone. Well, anyway, that's not part of this. Two of the names were Carmen and Marisol from two of the characters. They were suggested in the pool, and so I chose those as my two favorites. I did the poll on Instagram, what do you choose for the name of this girl, Carmen or Marisol? And resoundingly, Carmen was the answer. So let me introduce to you in this official naming ceremony here at Down for Glam that our new beautiful hand is named Carmen. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me give you my first thoughts on Carmen. I'm not sure we can call this a real full review yet because I have not had a chance to work too much with her, just a little bit. So, but with the little bit that I have worked with her, one of the first things I noticed, even before I did any nails on her, is that in a couple places, her cuticles, or her sidewalls, there's some like bits there, some extra bits that seem like they're just extra, right? They're just don't seem to be necessary. Now, I've not done any removing of that or anything. It just seems like maybe a manufacturing defect of sorts, and even as I play with it, it seems like it sort of rolls off. But there's a couple places where I noticed that there were just like little hangy-ons on her cuticles or her sidewalls, and that actually is just some top coat from when I was playing with her, so that one's on me. The other thing I noticed, and I did mention this in the last video that I did with her, is that her sidewalls are not firm enough to be able to hold the tip. So what I've been doing is Nailed by Nikki's little trick where she puts the tab on the form in such a way that the sticky part is up. Let me see if I can show you. So she just does this so that you can see the sticky part, and then when you have that nail in the nail bed, this will stick to that and help keep that in place. So if you struggle with that, that's definitely something to give a try to. I noticed that she is super jiggly, and I have noticed other hands on other Nail Sisters channels don't seem to be as jiggly. So I assume, but I can't say for sure, that may just be the silicone that this company is using that sells through Amazon. Because I know you can make it firmer or jigglier. So I would just be interested to touch another hand or two from different companies to see if that jiggliness is inherent in all the hands. But I also know, I was just watching Talia on Talia's Nail Tales, and her hands didn't appear to be that jiggly. And some of her hands are stiffer when you move them. So I was just thinking maybe that's a quality difference, because like this hand is probably less than 50% of what you would pay for other hands. So having said that, I mean, I'm not complaining about her at all. I think she's fabulous, and I'm excited to have this style of hand in my collection. So there's no sour grapes here, just a simple curiosity and wondering. Now, I also believe that once I find the tips that work on her the best, instead of these curved kind, I'm going to be happier. But she also, like the real strong C curve tips, those don't really work for her that much either, because it's just too much, right? Even if you put them in backwards, right, it's just too much. It sits way up high, and there's no sculpting on that. That would never work. So I don't find that to be even remotely, this particular style of tip to be the kind that I'd be able to use. So I'm going to be ordering some next week. So we will see what we can come up with from there. But I do want to say my first impression, she's weighty. She stands up good. She is weighty though, so if you're going to try to hold her with some sort of clip, it's going to have to be very stiff. So far I've just been using her box to set her on, but I feel like I'm going to have to find a new solution to that. But honestly, my first impression is positive. But that's also not having any experience with any other hands like this. But I like the detail. I know that other hands have a little more detail, but this has just enough to give you more of a natural look when you're doing pictures and stuff of your work. You absolutely can't file on her. You have to take the tips out because it will not hold them. So what I was using, I have these little hemostats, and you can buy these almost anywhere. Craft stores, head shops, lots of places sell them. Medical stores, probably Amazon. But I was just using it to actually, let me try to find one here, to actually grab a hold of the nail and then file. So that way I'm not destroying my hand trying to hold it like this, which I find very uncomfortable and very painful in my hand. So whatever you got to do to hold it, that's what I recommend. So would I recommend that you purchase this? It's hard for me to give a recommendation for this hand specifically, only because I've not tried or felt another hand like this. So as far as my recommendation goes, I'm going to hold off on that for a little while, just until I get a chance to maybe touch another hand or try to sculpt on another hand. And also until I can get some different tips to try in her. So we will do a part 2 on this once I've tried a few more tips and once we've sculpted a little bit more together. But that's where we're going to end today's video. We're going to keep it super short. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing gloves, and that's because this hand just got done, and it's going to be Monday's video, so I'm keeping it a secret for now. So for now, say bye-bye to Carmen, and be sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can come back and see her again and lots of other amazing nail art. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we will see you on Monday. Have a great one. Mwah. Bye-bye.